Hey traders, welcome. Shane from Global Market Trader. Just going to quickly take you through the Renko trades for Monday the 7th of September 2010 on the Renko for the Euro session, and this is trading the DAX. Now we had a gap down. We don't typically trade the gap down, but what we're looking for, our primary trades are the failed reversal trade. So that's definitely one that we want to look to take, a failed reversal. And the other trade we want to look to take is an opportunity when we get our fatigue index and our double top, double bottom and divergence all setting up. So all three giving it the green light or red light depending on whether we're long or short. So that's what we're after. We're after that three filter setup. Now we don't have that here. There's no setup there. We've got a standard reversal trade. So we mark on the charts where all the trades set up, because the reversal trade take the next trade in the sequence. So here's the trade pushes down. We get a little bounce off support at 61.23 and price pushes back up. You can see there that the entry price and the reversal. Now we're not taking the reversal trades on their own. They're not as successful as our combination trade. So we flag them on the chart, or we mark them on the chart, and then we're looking for what we call the fail reversal. So this is a first attempt reversal. We're looking for a breakdown of the previous low, and that this is a breakdown trade. Now you can see that it's this will be trade number one if it sets up. Price pushes up, and you can see it pushes back down. And I'll just move the chart over. Pushes back down. It actually triggers into and takes out the low, so that means that we're now in a reversal breakdown trade. So this is trade number one. The entry on that trade would be 61.21. We're using a 2-brick Renko chart, and our stop is the previous on the breakdown is the previous high. So we're in there at 21. Our stop is at 38. Now we're going to trail that stop. 39. We're going to trail that stop down as we go, and it'll follow this 30 period moving average. So once we're in the trade, and that stop will start to trail here below the previous swing high. So you can see it just sets up there now. Now we've had a bit of a move down here, and the stop now is at 61.35, then it pushes down to 61.29, so there's our stop. So we're just about at break even. Now what you're seeing here is these yellow dots that come up, they're showing you divergence on the chart. So what divergence is basically where you've got price making a lower low, but momentum is starting to shift from price. So you're getting that divergence there. Basically is showing you the moving average convergence divergence setup. So once we get the yellow dots, it's telling us that price is making a lower low, but the momentum of that price is starting to weaken. So that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for a divergence in price and momentum. Now, for us to get a potential setup, now we're already in trade number one. So trade number one is a sell. We've broken the low there. We're looking for our stop to get taken out, which you can see is the blue line there, the light blue line, and that hasn't quite happened yet. But you can see here we push lower, and we get down to a point where if we were going for a fixed target price, which we are, so on these trades we're always looking to either take 10, 15 or 20 points. So it depends on what your profit objective is for the session, but you can see that made 14, but we're looking for 20 on our trade. So for the room we're looking for 20. It actually doesn't hit its profit objective, but it did do that if you were going for 10. If you're going for 15, not quite, but you can see there that it pushes back up, and it takes positive 4 on the failed reversal. So there's your first trade winner for the session. Now we get rid of this, we'll get rid of that. Now what we're still looking for is we're looking for a little bit of basing support action here, and we're looking for price to set up so there's our small double bottom there. You can see 61.07 still sitting above the 61 level. Now that means that we've got a potential for a buy setup. Now this would be, we've got our double bottom, we have divergence, so we've got price starting to lose its momentum here on this move down. So the trend is starting to weaken, and we've already had a first attempt reversal that didn't go anywhere. So this would be a second attempt reversal. Now, off this trade here, there are two ways we can get into this trade. We can get in on an aggressive early entry. So the aggressive early entry is using the 9-period moving average, which you see on the chart here, to get into the trade. Now, it has to close above the 9-period and you're in, and then once you are in the trade, the stop is the previous low -2, so it's 6107, so your stop's at 6105. So what that effectively does is that gets you in the trade at, we'll just mark up where we go in the trade on the aggressive entry. So the aggressive entry has you in there at 13, and your stop is at 6105. So you're basically risking 8 points on that trade. Now your target, you're either going for on these reversal trades, as I mentioned before, you're either looking for a 10, 15 or 20 point target, and remembering too, or you're trailing your stop. So this is where the reversal trade setups where we have all three indicators fire off, we're definitely looking for the trail strategy there, ideally, because that's going to give us the best reward to risk. But it's not going to be as high. It's going to give us our best reward to risk. So let's have a look at how this trade goes. Now, if you're using the more conservative entry, which is our entry there at 6117, so making sure we're above that entry there, that's our more conservative entry, breaking above 6117, and that gets us in. But you can see here that price really doesn't have that momentum to push higher, so we actually get knocked out of this trade.